Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. It always seems impossible until it's done. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Led from the back, and let others believe they are in front. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew, if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. There is no passion to be found playing small in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. As I have said, the first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Great peacemakers are all people of integrity, of honesty, but humility. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along, they are being directed from behind. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. I am the captain of my soul. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Where you stand depends on where you sit. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. One of the things I learned when I was negotiating was that until I changed myself, I could not change others. Appearances matter, and remember to smile. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's inspiring others to move beyond it. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. You will achieve more in this world through acts of mercy than you will through acts of retribution. One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Nothing is black or white. In my country, we go to prison first, and then become president. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. We know too well that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians. Freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. Know your enemy and learn about his favorite sport. It is not where you start, but how high you aim, that matters for success. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of death again and again, before we reach the mountaintop of our desires. I am not an optimist, but a great believer of hope. Sometimes, it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. Without language, one cannot talk to people and understand them. One cannot share their hopes and aspirations, grasp their history, appreciate their poetry, or savor their songs. Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. Let there be work, bread, water and salt for all. Let each know that for each the body, the mind and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves. Your playing small does not serve the world. Who are you not to be great? Quitting is leading to. I am the master of my fate and the captain of my destiny. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. We must use time creatively, and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. Tread softly, breathe peacefully, laugh hysterically. The brave man is not the one who has no fears, he is the one who triumphs over his fears. When the water starts boiling, it is foolish to turn off the heat. I have never cared very much for personal prizes. A person does not become a freedom fighter in the hope of winning awards. We owe our children, the most vulnerable citizens in any society, a life free from violence and fear. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. Once a person is determined to help themselves, there is nothing that can stop them. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. Peace is the greatest weapon for development that any person can have. It is music and dancing that make me at peace with the world. I never lose, I either win or learn. I could not imagine that the future I was walking toward could compare in any way to the past that I was leaving behind. No single person can liberate a country. You can only liberate a country if you act as a collective. Lead from the front, but don't leave your base behind. I learned that to humiliate another person is to make him suffer an unnecessarily cruel fate. Even as a boy, I defeated my opponents without dishonoring them. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Success in politics demands that you must take your people into confidence about your views and state them very clearly, very politely, very calmly, but nevertheless, state them openly. Only free men can negotiate. Prisoners can't enter in contracts. There are few misfortunes in this world that you cannot turn into a personal triumph if you have the iron will and the necessary skill. Courageous people do not fear forgiving for the sake of peace. Money won't create success, the freedom to make it will. Your victory has demonstrated that no person anywhere in the world should not dare to dream of wanting to change the world for a better place. For a revolution is not just a question of pulling a trigger. Its purpose is to create a fair, just society. As a leader, one must sometimes take actions that are unpopular, or whose results will not be known for years to come. Resentment is a method of self-harm. It was a useful reminder that all men, even the most seemingly cold-blooded, have a core of decency, and that if their heart is touched, they are capable of changing. We forgive, but not forgotten. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Although I am a gregarious person, I love solitude even more. It is most unusual to return to a place that has changed in ways you yourself have altered. Having resentment against someone is like drinking poison and thinking it will kill your enemy. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. There is no such thing as part freedom. Life has a way of forcing decisions on those who vacillate. Fools multiply when wise men are silent. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.